Hey everyone! Welcome to my channel. Today I'm bringing you a thrilling mystery story, The Missing Witness. Follow us as we unravel the mystery and figure out what happened to the missing witness. Make sure to turn on the subtitles for the best experience. It was a typical Monday morning at the courthouse, and the jury had just been selected for the high-profile murder trial of a wealthy businessman, James Harrington. The prosecution's case was solid, and they had a key witness, a young woman named Samantha, who had seen Harrington leaving the crime scene on the night of the murder. But when the time came for Samantha to take the stand, she was nowhere to be found. The prosecution team was frantic, realizing they might lose the case without Samantha's testimony and Harrington would walk free. Detective Emily Jacobs was assigned to the case, tasked with finding Samantha and bringing her to court to testify. Emily knew that time was of the essence, and she immediately set to work, following every lead and interviewing anyone who might have information. As the trial dragged on, tensions mounted, and rumors began circulating that Harrington's defense team had paid off Samantha. Emily refused to believe this, knowing that Samantha was a strong, independent woman who would never sell out for money. Days turned into weeks, and the trial ended with Harrington being found not guilty. Emily was devastated, feeling like she had failed both the victim and Samantha, who were still missing. Determined to solve the case, Emily continued her investigation, finally receiving a tip from a local bar owner who had seen Samantha in the company of a known criminal. Emily tracked down the criminal, a man named Marco, who initially refused to talk. But Emily was persistent, and after hours of interrogation, Marco finally broke down and told her what had happened. Samantha had been kidnapped by Harrington's associates, who had threatened to harm her family if she testified against him. Emily immediately contacted the authorities, and a SWAT team was sent to rescue Samantha and her family. They were found unharmed, but Samantha was shaken and traumatized by her experience. With Samantha's testimony, the case was reopened, and Harrington was brought to justice. Emily was hailed as a hero, but she knew Samantha deserved the credit for her bravery in coming forward. As the trial ended, Emily received a note from Samantha, thanking her for her tireless efforts and dedication to finding her. Emily smiled, knowing that this was the valid reward of her work, bringing justice to those wronged and reuniting loved ones torn apart by tragedy. Samantha and Emily became close friends after the trial, bonding over their shared experience of fighting for justice. Samantha decided to become an advocate for crime victims, using her story as inspiration to help others. Meanwhile, Emily received a promotion to detective sergeant and continued to solve high-profile cases, earning a reputation as one of the most skilled detectives in the department. Years passed, and the two women remained in touch, meeting for coffee and catching up on their lives. It was during one of these meetings that Samantha dropped a bombshell. She had received a letter from someone claiming to be the natural killer in Harrington's trial. Emily was shocked but also intrigued. Samantha gave her the letter, and Emily spent weeks analyzing it, trying to determine whether it was a hoax or held any truth. Finally, Emily made a breakthrough. She identified the author of the letter, a man who had been a critical witness in the trial but had been discounted by the prosecution team as unreliable. Emily tracked the man down, and after hours of interrogation, he finally confessed to the murder. Harrington had hired him to kill his business partner, who had threatened to expose his illegal dealings. This new evidence reopened the case, and Harrington was finally brought to justice for his crimes. Emily and Samantha watched from the courtroom, tears in their eyes, as Harrington was handcuffed. After the trial, Samantha wrote a book about her experience, detailing her kidnapping and eventual role in bringing down an influential business person. The book became a bestseller, and Samantha became a sought-after speaker, inspiring others to speak out against injustice. As for Emily, she continued to solve cases, using her skill and determination to bring closure to victims and their families. But she always looked back on the case of the missing witness as one of the most challenging and rewarding of her career. In the end, justice was served, thanks to the hard work and perseverance of two strong women who refused to give up until the truth was revealed.